Greetings, YouTubers. Beautiful fall day out here. Yep, it's finally fall. And I'll tell you what, it's starting to cool down a little bit, starting to feel good to be outside. So I'm getting some things done. This is my '03 Ford Explorer. I wanted to show you how to take this molding trim off on these Explorers if you have the trim package like I have. And a lot of times you can get yourself into trouble. You get all these screws or tabs, whatever, out, and you don't know how it comes off, and you end up breaking clips. And when you go put the molding back on, it never stays on. It's never flush like it is before you take it off. So I'm going to show you how I take mine off. I'm taking it off because I want to pull the fender off, and surprisingly I went online and I couldn't find any videos of anyone taking these fenders off in these Ford Explorers. So that is my whole purpose. So I figured I'd start with the trim. Go ahead and pop that off. Then I'll put a link at the bottom of the video at the end of this video when I take this trim off, show you how to do it for the fender. So let's get to it. And on this molding on this Explorer, you have these little plastic push tabs right here. Now some models will have a little screwdriver. You have to unscrew this and pull it out and get these clips out of here. And what I'm going to use basically is a straight screwdriver and maybe a little pair of clippers to get in there and slowly pull it out. I know they make a special tool for it. I don't have it, but sometimes you just got to work with what you got. So I've loosened a lot of these up, so we'll go ahead and pull these out of here. And like I said, they're kind of hard to get out, and they're pretty long, so don't lose any of them. I got one missing right there, so we'll go ahead and pull this one out. So we got 1, 2, 3, here's 4, minus the one that's missing. And we got one down here. Here is number 5. Now I've got to lay on my back here. There's 1 or 2 on the bottom, and there's 2 right there. We got to pull off, and well, here's this one. I already got that one out, and this one here has got to come out next. Pull it out. Oh, I can't grab it. It's kind of hard in. It's in there pretty good, so I'll take my pliers here and kind of grab it. Alright, and there it's out. So we got these 2 out on the bottom, and we'll kind of set these up off to the side. Don't want to lose them. And by the way, if you lose any of these or break them, you can go to the parts store and they sell these, and they're not cheap, I'll tell you that right now. You're ahead to go online and maybe buy a dozen or 2 for a better deal. Alright, so we got all these loosened up here. Now there's a secondary piece on the front here that it's held in by 2 little one little screw here, but I'm not going to worry about that one right now. And besides, when I take this fender off, I don't need to take this piece off anyway, but the process will be the same. So what we got to do now is grip this, and we got to pull back on it like this, kind of loosen it up a little bit, get the dirt worked out of it and everything. Okay, we got to pull up on it a little bit. Okay, and we got to pull up on it like this, push back, pull up, because what you got to do, if you look, I'll pull this back a little bit, you got these little clips right here that kind of rest on this plastic here. You just don't want to pull it straight up. What you want to do is kind of loosen it up and pull up like this on it, push out. That's because you're sliding it out of those clips. Alright, there's that one. I may have to stand up here and do the second one. Pull up, and just don't yank, just take your time at it. And there we go. And I'm afraid to look behind here because I'm afraid there's probably going to be a bunch of rust, because they hide all the rust. Alright, there's that one. And like I said, I just kind of nicked my finger there, so you got to be careful. I probably should have had some gloves on. And here's the last one. And there it is. And there it's off. And you can see these little clips right here. These are the ones that you got to be careful with. That sometimes you can get these pulled off here, and they will break. But these slid right off, and you can see right here. You got to kind of be careful. You got a lot of rust here, so I'm gonna pull this fender off here and probably replace it. But that is how you take these off. And when you put it back on, you just align all these clips up like this. Let's see if I can get it right there, like that. And you start like this. You just stick this on the top, and you kind of guide those on like that, one at a time, and take your time all the way around, and you just pop it back on. It may be a little frustrating, but it can be done. Just kind of take your time at it as I go get a little band-aid. All right, so there you go. I'll put a link in the bottom of the video on how I take this fender off, and maybe that'll help you guys out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you a little bit later on my next project.